What's up everybody? I'm back with another video, and this week I'm doing something that has been extremely highly requested. In fact, I cannot tell you how many times I've had people ask me to do this video, and I'm finally going to be able to do it because my chain needs to be tightened. Okay, so first things first is, as you can see, I have put my pit bike up on the stand that I got, and it's important that you get your bike up off of the ground because your back wheel needs to be free to rotate. So if you don't have a stand, you can use a bucket or anything like that. And over here we have our tools. I have some crescent wrenches, some socket wrenches, and of course chain lubricant. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I got to take the chain guard off, and for that I'm using an 8mm socket. Now that I've got my chain guard off, you can really see just how loose my chain is. You see this? This is no good. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I need to loosen my axle. So it's gonna be this right here and this right here. And for that I'm gonna be using an 11/16 and a 3/4 crescent wrench. I'm gonna put this here. I've got the wrench right there on the lock nut. We're gonna put the 11/16 on this side. I want to make sure you guys can see that. The big one right there in the middle. Okay. And now I'm just going to loosen my axle. Okay, we're not going to do it too much, we just want it to be loose. Next thing, if you take a look at your swing arm here, you'll see this bolt, and it has a lock nut right here on the end of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, I'm using a 1/2 inch crescent wrench, and you're going to loosen this lock nut. Okay, and I'll zoom in on that a little bit just so you can see a little bit better. You can see this is our axle right here. This is what is going to adjust your chain. And here's the lock nut that we loosened, you see. And there's also one on the other side, so we got to do that one too. Okay, so now we moved over to the other side, and we're going to give this side the same treatment as the other. We're just going to loosen up the lock nut. Okay, now we're moving on to the actual chain adjustment, and for that I'm using a 9/16. And now we've got our lock nut loose. So now we're going to use our 9/16. We're going to put it on here, and we're going to tighten this. And that is what is going to adjust your chain. Now, everything we do on this side, we have to do the exact same thing on that side. So if I do one full turn on this side, I got to go to the other side and do one full turn. Okay, so I got my wrench in here, and now we're going to tighten. So that's one. Well, it's more like a 1/2 turn. That's more of a 1/2 turn. And then there's another one. So we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And It's so slight right now, you guys probably can't see it, but as you turn this, you will begin to see your chain tighten, and you'll see the slack come out of it. So we're going to go to the other side and do 2 half turns as well. Alright, so we've gone back and forth from side to side, and we've tightened each of the adjusters equally on both sides. Each time I tighten this one, rotation or 2, I would go to the other side and tighten that one up a couple rotations. As you can see, my chain is so much tighter now. You still want a little bit of play in it. You don't want it to be too tight. You don't want to have too much tension. You still want it to be on there nice and tight. So now what we have to do is go back through and tighten both of our lock nuts. 1/2" crescent for that. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the other side. I'm gonna tighten this one as well. My hand is kind of in the way, sorry about that. Okay, next we're gonna go back and tighten our axle back up. And now for our last step, we're going to take some chain lubricant and we're just going to coat the whole chain. We're just going to spray this down. Okay, I'm just going to go through and rotate. couple times. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do another coat. Now we're going to put our chain guard back on, and we will be officially finished. It's in my way. Alright guys, that's it. That is how you tighten your chain. I hope you all found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.